Hello, hello. Hello, Clint. Grand Rising. Love you too. That first coffee was for you, but TikTok dropped the tip. Hello, Excalibur. Hello, darling. Grand Rising, Greg's Lighthouse. Greg. Hi, April. How was your day in London yesterday? Hello. Hello, Christina. Aw, that's awesome. That's good to hear. Hello, Joe. All right, Greg. Safe trip, darling. Grand Rising, Sylvia. Hello, beautiful. My restriction. I always put TikTok should allow content like this. April. It was pretty quick, pretty awesome, huh? So much stuff. So much stuff. The symbol on the video, yes. Oh, today's Phoenix journal is going to be out of this world. Lots of messages. For the plan. Yeah. They can bite me because, you know, I've been doing it for almost 2 years, so I play one song, they can get over it. And if they don't like it and I don't care about the restriction. The restriction does nothing. But if they ban me for it, then I'm leaving. I'm done. So I go to YouTube. Have no qualms about that whatsoever. I've always said I don't care if there's 10 people listening or 100. Don't matter to me. The people that need to listen will be there. Oh, I know. Yes, I know, Christina. I know. We've been talking about it. Yep. Hi, Victoria. Hello, darling. Hello, Christine. BX. Hello, beautiful angel. Yeah, and that's the thing. We are also getting to be like, the information needs to be gotten out there, and I don't care how people look at me. I don't care about any of it. I just care that people are informed, and they're either going to take it or they're going to leave it, right? You either take it or leave it. Hey, Josh. We are going to be going through some really crazy times. Crazy things are going to happen. And we have to hold our vibration. We have to choose to hold our vibration, because if we don't, and we're losing our minds, then we can't be the teachers that we were put here to be. We can't be the lighthouses. We can't be the way showers. So we can't let anything polarize us. But you guys that have been with me for almost 2 years now, you guys know. Even those of you that have been with me for 6 months, you guys know. You found me for a reason. Actually, we found each other for a reason, because I can't do this alone. We have to work together. To wake the sleepy ones, the grays, right? The grays, we learned. They're called the grays. Yep. You found me in Fairies Live? Yep. We found a lot of each other in Fairies Live, because Fairy is an awakener. Fairy can show you who you are at a soul level, and she can get you started on your journey as a way shower. Portal for the day. Portal. Here it is. Okay. All right, there was Sky Scent. Okay. Rainbow Butterflies, 431 songs, and we'll have Universe pick our music. If you hear any music that reminds you of a past loved one, it is them coming in to say hello. Give you a big old hug. It's starting out with Benny and the Jets. There's Benny and the Jets. That one plays a lot for past loved ones in here. Okay. Okay, and there is our butterfly with everybody on there. And I was feeling throat chakra, so I put everything blue today. All right. Turn it up a little. Benny and the Jets. What past loved one in here liked Benny and the Jets? I know there's a couple of you. Grand Rising, Trina. Your Aunt Betty. Okay. Jason. Okay. Awesome. That's them coming in to say hello. All right. Your brother Alan. There you go, Victoria. The first message we have from Spirit is oneness and unity. Me and Greg were just talking about this last night. Isn't it funny we get this card today? Unity. We need to unite people. That is part of our journey. Hello, Vision Christ. Welcome. I accept the oneness of all life, and I know I am one with all others on this journey. I support them and let them support me. I am brave and not afraid to ask for assistance. I allow myself to empathize and sympathize with others, and I choose to see the love in all around me. I see everything as part of my own life, and I accept others for who they are. I find common ground with others rather than differences, as this brings harmony into my life and into theirs. Yes, unity. So unity and freedom. Yes. Hello, James. Welcome in. Hello, Christine. Welcome in. All right. Then we have our Excalibur. See that? That's the Excalibur sword. And that in. All right. Then we have our Excalibur. See that? That's the Excalibur sword. And that in. All right. Then we have our Excalibur. See that? That's the Excalibur sword. And that is harmony. Aw, that's awesome, April. Because you're such a beautiful light. Because you're such a beautiful light. It was just a minute ago, Christy. I open myself to the divine being within me. I am the image of God. Thus, I have the power to bring light into my life. I turn away any darkness. I turn any darkness in me into something beautiful. In the absence of resentment, anger, or doubt, I find harmony. Yes, find harmony. Yes. Aw, thank you, Innovision. Thank you, darling. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, darling. The voice of the heart. I silence the fear in me and discover the voice of my heart. The fruit of these words guides me. I trust the song of my soul. My intuition leads me on the path of light. Yes, the voice of the heart. And then being true. Being true. I am true to myself and others. I remove my mask and stop creating illusions. I have confidence in who I am, and I reveal the good in me. I do not need to hide or prove anything. I replace shame with the power of love and truth. Yes. Yes. Always be you. Always be authentic. All right. Now we have your Work Your Light Oracle in the rainbow variety. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. If you guys need to take a break, take it. Right? Take your breaks where you need them. The ever unfolding rose. Cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Nat King Cole smile just came on, April. Smile. And then you're already doing it. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Oh, really? Christina. That's amazing. You walked into a crystal shop yesterday and told them you're a medium looking for a job. All right. Awesome. I love that. Stepping into your power. Exactly. You are. You should be. You should be, because your gifts are beautiful and wonderful, and the world needs them. Here's our Healing Waters card. She who flows. Ease, being open to change. Go with the flow of life. Go with the flow of life. Oh, awesome. Okay. The Well Maidens, kindness, respect, reverence, and compassion. I just love the colors in these cards. Blues and greens and pinks. And then Deep Sea Diving, Way of the Mystic, learn through experiencing. Depths. Haha, Christina's going deep sea diving. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Here is our message from Yeshua, and it says, your faith has saved you. Go in peace. Our faith has saved us because we believe in who we are. Here's our animal oracle, and it is the humpback whale singer. Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. Sing. Sing the songs. Dance the dances. Here's our angel card for the day, and it says, go for it. Go for it. Your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered. We've been working with you on this situation since its genesis, and we continue to watch over you and everyone involved. Stay on your present path, as it will take you very far indeed. Universe says, blinded by the light. Blinded by the light. All right, our fairy card with the key is moon energy. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. Peace of mind is possible. All right, our awakened dreamer says, swim with your inner mermaid or merman. There's a treasure chest waiting at the bottom of your inner ocean. Trust your inner mer being to guide you into the depths of the opportunity that beckons. You have what it takes to skillfully surf the waves of your greatest passion and feel your most vibrant feelings. Yes. We're riding those waves, guys. We are pro surfers. All right, our mantra. We call forth from within the light of Source. Thank you for standing at the forefront of our hearts and minds. Thank you for activating the ancient wisdom of our souls. We welcome in the support of heaven, earth, the stars, light beings, and beyond. As above, so below, so within, as without. Connection to heaven and earth through the stargate of our hearts for our highest good and the highest good of the planet. And so it is. And so it is. All right, our portal for the day. Our portal is the Stellar Gateway Activation Portal. infinite potential manifestation vortex. It is the time to go through the manifestation vortex. Stellar gateway activation. All right. It says, the stellar gateway is the highest of our chakras and is found about 12 to 24 feet, 3 to 6 meters above our head. It is the energetic gateway that connects us with the divine matrix. It governs our connection to the spiritual laws of creation and the quantum field and holds our life's potential as it holds all the intentions that we set before this incarnation and all the intentions we've set during it that support the ever unfolding path of our earthly experience. The halo, yes, absolutely. Energetically, this portal is beyond time and space. And when we connect with it, we come into alignment with all the aspects of our soul's journey, including when we were part of the cosmos. Eternal Flame is playing right now. The Eternal Flame. Thank you guys for the loves, the likes, the gifts, and the shares. You all are very much appreciated. This card transports us to a stargate that has a giant pyramid within it. Above the stargate, there are three-dimensional images of Thoth, the former priest king of Atlantis, who is one of the ancient masters holding the secrets of the universe. Thoth was in my fairy reading last year. He was actually under my feet. Well, not under my feet, but he was like on the side of my dress in the picture she drew. This image is a reminder of our potential and of our ancient and starry connections. The pyramid is a symbol of rising power and of how our soul has existed through lifetimes. The Stargate is a projection of our own stellar gateway. This card is therefore a reminder that all things are possible and that with the right alignment, we can draw the powers of heaven down to earth in order to create heaven upon earth. Yes. Breathe deeply. Imagine that your breath is taking you up and out to connect with the infinite potential held within the stars. Affirm to yourself, I connect with heaven and earth to create heaven on earth. You are a master of manifestation. Hi, Jules. Hi, beautiful angel. Every one of your thoughts, actions, non-actions, and choices is affecting the unfolding of your path. Realize that you have great potential and power within you, and through your focused awareness, you can draw on heavenly support to create the life of your wildest dreams. Know that all the energies you connect with are carried up to your stellar gateway. And if they are aligned with the intentions your soul had before this incarnation, opportunities will come your way. It is important to consider connecting with your cosmic origins at this time, and also tracking down the intentions of your soul. For if you can bring your wishes into this life together with your pre-life intentions, you can live a life that is aligned with the highest of heavens. How beautiful is that? Connect with our heavenly hosts. Connect with Beyond the Veil, the Stellar Gateway activation. Know that you are a magnificent manifester. It's in your palms, guys, the M's. Here Here is the butterfly for the day. Grand rising Phoenix. Hello, beautiful angel. I dare to dream of wonderful things happening in my life. Yes. Dare to dream. Of course you do, train conductor. Of course you do. And our ascended master for the day. Hi, Tammy Lou. Hi, beautiful. Thank you for the heart me. White Eagle. Ah, and I do have a message from White Eagle. Ancestor Spirit. And also the Phoenix Journal contains White Eagle today. This is absolutely synchronistic. Ancestor Spirit, connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. Our Ancestor Spirit, White Eagle, is with us today. And yes, I have a book full of how to transform your life through love. White Eagle. It's called The Golden Harvest. The Golden Harvest. Yes. To find truth is the message today. To find truth. Seek always. Sarah gave me this. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. Seek always the tranquil way, my brother, my sister. Cleanse your heart of all conflict, all fear. This you will do as you learn to understand the meaning of love. A story is told of a pupil who went into the wilderness to seek his master. The master kindly received him, but told him that, like all neophytes, he must prove himself ready to advance on the path which led to the spiritual enlightenment, illumination, and power. The pupil was overeager and his mind overactive. He wanted power. He wanted to advance quickly on the spiritual path. But he lacked one essential, complete love towards God and all humankind. He knew many things with his mind, but his heart was only slightly awake. So his master took him to the edge of a lake and firmly but gently led his pupil into its waters. He immersed and held him under the surface for a considerable time. When at last the pupil was allowed to rise, gasping and spluttering, and saying that it had been a terrible experience, the master said, "My son, when you longed for God as desperately as you longed for air, when you were underwater, then you will find God, and in finding God, you will find all." Many believe in God. They know a great deal on the intellectual plane. They go through ceremonies and follow devious, hoping always to find God, but instead go round and round in circles, and their hearts remain barren. It is one thing to know about esoteric truths, and quite another to become part of it, to experience, to actually live it. The only sure way of entering the kingdom of heaven is through the heart, through love, through becoming at one with God, who dwells within the silence of the heart. Aspiration towards God must become a yearning, a real driving force in you, until you feel ready to renounce everything that you think you possess in order to become at one with God. When you sincerely and truly long so much to love God and to know God's love that nothing else matters, then you will find God and all truth. Right? And universe says, stand by you. Stand by you. We're going to stand by you. All right, we talked yesterday about the grays, the darks, the grays, and the whites. So we're going to continue a little bit on that today. We learned that the grays, it is for entertainment purposes only. We learned that the gray entities do not have spirit guides. Or actually, that we learned that the darks do not have spirit guides. The grays do. So the grays do have spirit guides. If the entity turns black, however, the guide immediately recedes. So I have never been a guide to a gray entity. Remember, this is Sylvia's guide speaking. Okay. I have never been a guide to a gray entity, but I do know some who talk extensively with me about that. I have even merged with them to get their feelings on this. It is so desperate. A spirit guide can try to take a gray entity and turn them white, but the minute they turn dark, the guide has to leave. A gray is allowed to select their guide. Dark entities do not stay on the other side. They are pushed immediately into life. Those and unalivings come right back in. We know this. So do grays still get guidance on the other side? Yes, they do. There is counseling. A gray entity can turn white, although the greatest percentage of them do not. However, a dark entity can never turn white or light. All of you have had counseling as well. In fact, much counseling went on as if you were training for a race. Please be careful of this, and especially that. But even with counseling, we still know that when we come to this planet, all bets are off. Getting from Utah to Vancouver can be achieved by many different paths, but you will still arrive in Vancouver. Exactly. They do try to scare you, to fear you, to keep you stuck. Even in the astral, be aware. Yes, exactly. Does the council allow the desert periods? Yes, they allow these tests to occur. It is part of coming down to this plane. It is almost like generals getting together. Please do not misinterpret this statement. It is not that our council hobnobs with the dark. No. But they are privy to what is going on with the dark. As long as you are on this earth plane, you are subject to dark rule, unfortunately. Then the white spins into action to protect you. Once you are out on the battlefield, all we can do is try to run interference for you. The minute you come down the chute, you have already loosed the dogs of war. Every baby, we have said, should be born with a helmet and a pew-pew, because that is exactly what they are doing, battling. The council is aware of those times that are the most heinous for people. In doing that, they try to whip their own forces into action. The minute you come into life, you are pretty much in the dark. We had all our memories taken from us. Yes. Aha. So we had all our memories taken from us. We were slung in the darkness. And then we were given periods of light. And now so much light is coming on this planet, right? And it takes all of us. We are the teachers. We are the way showers. We are the guides for these gray entities that came in neither light nor dark. They wanted to make the decision when they were here. And I will say some of you guys were grays that turned light, that turned white because of certain of us. Okay. Will there always be dark entities? Always, for as long as anyone incarnates. When that schematic is ended, centuries and centuries from the present time, there will be no use for dark entities. I am sure that such knowledge is only within the mind of God about how much God wants to perfect his entities. Every time one of us is playing, one of us is coming in from the universe. One of us. What if God was one of us? What if God is all of us? We all carry a fragment of God inside of us. Okay. You are tempered by fire, just like the steel. If that steel had any consequences, imagine it screaming. It has been burned and hammered, and yet what comes out is a perfect, beautiful sword. A beautiful sword. Hi, Cattery. Hi, beautiful angel. Yes, it takes a lot of burning and a lot of hammering to make your soul perfect. But we did choose. So how do we cope in these chaotic times? Make sure you keep in touch with your own spirituality by being a part of some group. Without some inner golden thread, you can never feel totally comfortable. That is why eventually everybody will get into community living. It must be that way. To strengthen your spirituality on your own, you can certainly use the visualizations, such as mirrors pointing outward and the light of the Holy Spirit around you. Set aside time to meditate, pray for each other, love each other, and give to each other. There are some that have chosen to walk alone, and that's okay. That's okay. But me, I choose to be around my soul family. All right. So the 8th level, we're talking about the levels of incarnation. Grand Rising, Yaya. Grand Rising. Ah, Joe. You are soul family, darling. Whether you like it or know it or not, you are. You show up in here a lot of times. Yes. Okay, the 8th level, becoming aware of your identity. If you have ever, that doesn't mean that we don't take breaks, because we do. That doesn't mean that. It is easier together. Yes, exactly. Yup. I know that I can go to any of you if I ever had a question or anything. And you guys better know that you can come to me about anything. If you have ever run across a person who is only on their 3rd or 4th life, they are like babies. We've all been there. It's a big, wonderful world. And I don't know who I am, where I'm going, or where I have been. After that phase, the 8th level begins. You know how at a certain age, maybe in your teens, all of a sudden you realized your identity. For me, in this lifetime, I was 21 years old. 21. And that was because Morgan J was put into my life. My first teacher was put into my life. I had just gotten over a divorce from a narcissistic jerk, and he came into my life and put light into my life and showed me who I was at a soul level. Yes. We've all been there. It's a big, wonderful world. You know, at a certain age, maybe in your teens, all of a sudden you realized your identity. You began to definitively recognize yourself. That is what happens at level 8. You see that you are an entity who experiences suffering and pain. You begin to define yourself, your likes and dislikes, loves and hates, attributes and failings, whatever you care about. It is very much like realizing I have been here enough and now I'm moving on. Sylvia says this level is about realizing your identity and that you are made up of intellect and emotion. The only true identification lies not in social behavior. It is not who you are married to, which children you have raised, or where you live or work. This is not your true identity. The only identification that you ever truly have is that you are a direct part of God's intellect. Here, experiencing through the Mother God facet, Asna, our dear blessed Mother. The universe is sending us the song Higher, Higher. That is the identity that you must know, because everything in life passes away, but not the love that we have for each other. That is the only one sustaining thing that we have. This building can go, the chairs, your home, your car, all these things get old. How you identify yourself is only by the love that you have of God and knowing why you are here and your love for each other. Each and every one of you are God. You must be. That is the identification. The same as our sons or daughters are products of us. We are the product of God. That is the greatest identity we can have. These names, these faces, these bodies that we carry into life are nice sometimes, but this physical body is only rented. I want to know, though, when I was choosing my body, what was I thinking? I must have been busy talking and socializing and said, I'll take something sturdy, just put it out over heat there and I'll jump into it. But the marvelous thing about it is that in each lifetime you are wool gathering. You keep gathering all kinds of experiences and knowledge. And it is not from books. Certainly books will add to and validate your experience and knowledge, but where you really pull from totally is from your inner reaction and your viewing and experiencing life. That is where it comes from. All the information once garnered goes with you from lifetime to lifetime and continues with you on the other side. That is what makes it wonderful. That becomes the identification of yourself experiencing for God. That's exactly what we're doing on the planet, guys. We are experiencing for God because God can't come to earth and experience himself, so he sends pieces of himself. And that is us. The pieces of himself. The 9th level, a fork in the road. So Francine says, the 9th level is very important and definitive because at that point, after you have lived several lives, usually it is about 5, you decide right then whether you are going to take on more or stop. I only took on one life on this planet. This is from Francine. I have had many surely on other planets, but I was not, she says, but I was not stupid enough to come down here more than once. But I was stupid enough to take on being a communicating guide, a difficult job. This is the time in which you became very definitive. It is almost what we call the second choice. Do you want to stop or go on and perfect further? Every life you live on earth, you are perfecting your soul further and further. Truly, even though I am being a little lighthearted, most white entities raise their hands to go on to the 9th. At this level, you have had several lives, good, bad, or indifferent, but you want to perfect more for God. Overachievement, anyone? Numerology has a very ancient belief in the number 9, which is considered to be very high-flown spirituality. The reason the 9 is so ingrained as a highly spiritual number is that the soul actually picks then on the 9th phase to go on further for its own spirituality. I didn't know that. That was a learned today. The 9th level is almost a bailout or exit level. Do you want to go further? There is certainly no stigma to exiting. Many have said, that's it, I don't want any more. Some entities will stop on 5 or even 2 or 3 on one planet, but choose to go on and finish the rest on another planet. People are very territorial and usually become accustomed to a planet, bad or good. So they keep incarnating to perfect on that one planet. They can become almost victimized in their attachment to something. You certainly cannot blame people for staying here because it might take you 120 lives on another planet to do what would take you only 3 here. So it is more common to go through a very few hard lives than to take on 120 very benign ones. Wow. So I always knew that Earth was a hard planet. Because of the lessons that I've learned here on this planet. But yes, this is one of, if not the hardest planet, but the most soul-growing planet that you can be on. Christy, what Francine is saying, and remember, Francine is on the other side. She only chose one life. She only chose to come to Earth one time and then said, bye-bye. So at a 9th level, as a soul, we get the choice whether to keep coming to Earth and do more lives here, or go to a different planet, or take a rest, whatever. We get a choice. So those of us that chose yes at the 9th level, when I do quantum healing sessions, I'll ask people, how many lives have you lived? Some say 5, some say 6, some say 100. I know Christine said quite a few, and I know I've lived quite a few. And but the thing is, it takes 120 lives on another planet to do what would take only 3 on Earth. So it's more common to go through a very few hard lives than to take on 120 very benign ones. Right. And there's Christine BX's song, She Don't Know She's Beautiful. That's from Russ. Russ is always in here, as well as Gianni. Gianni's always in here. Sylvia says, now, even without being psychic, we all know souls who are on a 1st, 2nd, or 3rd life. You're welcome. This is not a judgment. They sort of walk around wearing beanies with propellers. They just are not fully there. God love them. You can say, my dog died and my mother has cancer, and they go, okay. But that is not a judgment thing. The more lives you have, the more you love, the deeper your pain becomes. It is almost like pounding a fence post into the ground. The deeper it goes, the stronger it will be. You do not want a shallow one. The higher the level of pain, the higher your level of loving and experiencing, the stronger that fence post holds. If you were to drop food coloring in a pitcher of water with 1 drop of red, it gets a slight pink. But the more drops you add, the deeper it becomes. So each lifetime is a drop in that water that turns it emerald green or purple or whatever. Now, there is nothing wrong with having a few lives. Francine only had 1 life on Earth. She said you can either incarnate here or work through your perfection by being a spirit guide. I imagine that in retrospect, she would have rather lived many lives than be my spirit guide. I am sure it would have been easier. I asked her once if she ever wanted to be anybody's spirit guide again, and she said no. So that gives you a good indication. So the 10th level is choosing how much to open. Francine says, how much knowledge do you want to acquire? This level is just as powerful as the previous one. You literally choose whether to open up all the way or only partially. Will you experience down to your very toenails or just a little bit? I am giving you a way to very definitively describe two types of people. With some, you wonder if they feel anything at all. But there are others who you know feel things head on. I think the reason we make such a fuss about the lifetimes here is because they are so laborious. Are they prideful? I think in the noblest sense of the word, they are prideful. Anyone who has ever had a lot of lives on this planet can be very proud of themselves for having sustained. So if you feel like you have had a lot of lives on this planet, more than 9, pat yourself on the back because you are warriors. Sylvia says now the 10th level is very interesting. How much knowledge do you want to acquire? I know this is true in my heart. I think I have lived long enough to see it. Some people really go out and live life on full tilt. Sure, you get knocked down, you get smashed up a little bit, but wouldn't you rather know at the end of the trail that you lived it all and saw it all? Right? Thank you. Aw, thank you guys. The other extreme would be very much like if I said, all right, we're all going to Egypt. And then we'll all just stay in the hotel room. Or we'll only eat at Burger King. I did take a group to Egypt, and I had people on the trip who did that. I felt like saying, I took you all the way across these continents, and now all you're going to do is stay in your hotel room. That is what some people do in life. They come into their body, but stay in their hotel room. They do not go out and experience. They say, oh, but I am scared. What if I change jobs and move here and it doesn't work? What if I can't make it in this marriage? What if I get this car and it doesn't work? So what? Unless you take chances, you experience nothing. So what if the car you get doesn't work? Then you get the experience of the fact that it didn't work. Maybe in the course of it's not working, it stopped somewhere and you met a marvelous friend. Maybe the restaurant that you planned to go to one night was closed and you went to some other little dive where you met somebody else who gave you something. With experience, knowledge is acquired. If only we could look at life as a training instead of acting like moths, constantly flailing against a light, because when you get like that, you just crash and burn. Why not circulate around the light? Even if you did hit the light, at least you would have done something rather than flap so far away from it that you never knew what it was like. The old expression is so true. Better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Of course, when you've just lost someone or something dear to you, you say, I'd rather not have loved anything than go through this. But those lessons are the most significant ones. Those are the most significant ones. Aw, thank you, Lynette. Thank you, Ika. If you always try to protect yourself from disappointment, you always have those bumpers on. We do, don't we? We shield ourselves. We put on weight. We put on masks every morning. It's all right. Sometimes we have to do that. But sometimes we have to be vulnerable enough to go down to the very bottom and then come back up. You have got to experience it. Try it. Go on a tram ride where you are dangling from a high wire. No, thank you. Try something. People say, I don't know. I've never done that before. That's the best excuse to do it. There's some things I'm not going to do. I'm just not. Now, I don't mean we are all going to go skydiving today, but I think if that is what you want to do, that is what you should do. People say, but what if I die? That is the one thing we are all going to do. You see, I really am a predestinationalist in this. Right? None of us get out alive. None of us get out alive. If you're going to die, you will. We could be sitting in a room and the whole roof could cave in. When you are going to go, it doesn't matter where you are. But at the end of the trail, to be able to lie on your deathbed literally and say, I did it all. I grabbed every ring I could. That is the knowledge that I came in for. That is how the soul begins to expand. You know the Catholic prayer with the line, my soul doth magnify the Lord. How do you think your soul gets larger? How do you think your cup runneth over? Only if you experience. And don't gripe about it. There's nothing worse than walking down the street with people who are whining. I don't want to do that. I don't like that. They are just a nightmare, aren't they? If we have many lives, does it mean we are slow to learn? Francine says that is the hardest thing to answer because some people want to experience more. That does not mean that anyone is better or worse, faster or slower. I think a better word would be more curious. Many tremendously evolved souls have had only 3 lives, and just as many very evolved souls have had more than 60 lives. Very unevolved souls could have 72 lives or only 4. I think people feel almost embarrassed anymore to say that they have had a lot of lives for fear that somebody is going to think them either overly spiritual or overly dumb. As Sylvia says, you will find that more curious souls will have more lives. That does not mean they are more advanced. Exactly. That does not mean because I've lived 100 lives, doesn't mean I'm more advanced. Not at all. Because there are people that are coming in, there are ascended masters that are coming in. And maybe it's going to take them 1 or 2 lives or 3. Now, the 10th level means that you have decided whether to be totally open or not. There is no discrimination either way. Many of you, like Sylvia, for instance, decided as a child to be very open. Yes. Then got smashed up from life and decided to close off. I do not mean that you become cold, but the input was too great. You had a mission to perfect, but realized that you came in too open and needed a trench coat to shield your vulnerability. Yes. We are seeing so many people in this world getting to a point in which they have done all the wonderful, technical, great things they were supposed to do. Whether they were lawyers, merchants, or tailors, at some point they became terribly burnt out. The reason they got so burnt out is because they are such a high perfection level, the 10th level. And they realized they were too open and needed to close off. However, this could be averted by getting to a place of spirituality wherever that may be for you. There is nothing worse than opening up to a spiritual belief and then being told that you are damned or bad. That makes your soul feel so shriveled. That's what religion did to you. It brought you in, gave you euphoria, and then damned you for your sin. That is a terrible culture shock for your soul. You see, the soul comes in basically good, clean, trusting, gullible, emotional, loving, caring, and thinking. That is the way all souls were made. Life is what puts your ticks on your soul. And that's truth. That's truth. The 11th level is going home. So Sylvia says the 11th level marks the end of the cycle of human lives as we know it. We go home. This is the time to find your way back to the other side, going home. Isn't that a wonderful thing? You know the feeling. Every once in a while, we meet someone and feel a connection. We meet a soul outwardly like any other and get a feeling that this one has wound its way to find us. You know there was a preordained reason that you were to come together for that brief moment or for whatever time you are together. And we have a sense that we are home. Home is where the heart is. Home is where you feel accepted and loved. That's home. And here is the puzzle piece. There we go. Yes, I am here at TikTok. That's another thing I can't stand about TikTok. YouTube doesn't have that inactivity crap. Okay. That is what going home feels like. That feeling, fleeting euphoria. As if we could go forth and conquer the world. Nothing is going to be as bad as what we have already faced and gotten through. We can still love God through it all and be warriors for God. We will spend our time down here, see the sights, then go home. Francine says, your main job is to turn gray entities to white. I will say that again. Francine says, your main job is to turn gray entities to white. I was told it was 1,000. The number for each of us to turn would be 1,000. With your love and unconditional giving, and it does not matter if what you give does not come back. You often make it so difficult because you worry about where you are to work, who you are to marry, who you are to have as children, where you are to die and live. But your main job is just to love. Okay. So can we fight the dark with righteous anger? Okay, righteous anger is good. Sometimes it's the only thing that works. Sometimes an emotion such as justifiable righteous anger is the only thing. You must match emotion with emotion. Please stop being so shy about venting your anger, tears, and frustration. Literally, for God's sake, be yourself. Let the tears and anger come out. It is inhuman to expect that of people to be a submissive, sycophantic type of person. To stand and let someone defame or deface you is not what true spirituality is. No, you must come right back at those people, your family, friends, or anyone else. You have got to stop it right there. I know for me, when I block it. I block them. If I don't feel someone's energy is congruent with my energy, I block them. They're not allowed in my reality. And that is the choice that I make. I don't try to get in their good graces. I don't try to like them because I guess I learned my lesson from being married to such an awful person for 2 years. A narcissist. Once you deal with narcissistic people, you don't want to deal with them anymore. Right? But am I going to get angry? No. I'm not going to get angry. I'm just going to block them out of my reality. So some people can choose to waste energy by getting angry at something. I don't. So I do not agree with what is written here today. I don't agree with this at all. Because that's not the way my reality is. But if you want to waste your energy on anger, it's your choice. Yeah. But we are soldiers for God. We are. And we are changing people's thoughts and actions just by being our authentic selves. We don't even have to go, I mean, we have to smile at people and stuff, but being our authentic selves, people see that and they want to be happy and they want to, you know, 3 little birds, universe says. That says it all. People want to be mirrors of you because you live your authentic self. Right? Okay. Okay. So, that part I don't agree with, but again, that's what resonates with me. What resonates with me is if someone angers me, I just block them. They're out of my reality. A little different with family. I don't exactly block them. I still keep in touch once in a while. But I'm not mean to anyone. Yeah, if you're a good person and you know it, don't doubt yourself. Yep. Yep. All right, so we'll cover 12th level tomorrow. But we're going to do snaps, and then we're going to get right into the Phoenix journals, which I'm excited about today, because I kind of peeked ahead just a little bit, and it's pretty amazing. Oh, you're married to a narcissist now? Yeah. Well, you can either choose to stay or you can choose to go. You got 2 choices. Or you can choose to tell them off. Choose to stand up for yourself. Yeah, me too. I want to find out what film they're talking about too. 17 years for you before you chose yourself and left. Yeah. It was only 2 years for me. I got married way too young. And for all the wrong reasons. I got married because I got pregnant. And I wanted my daughter to have a father. And I wanted her to have a real father. Which he didn't turn out to be her real father at all. He turned out to be a piece of junk. But cruel. And I will tell you something. Mental abuse is just as bad as physical abuse. Mental abuse, being told you're nothing, you're no good. Being made to feel small. Words, yeah. It was words for me and from him for a long time. At the end, it was physical. But at first, it was just, you're useless. You can't do a thing. You never clean the house right. Your cooking tastes like shit. He was just, he was every time that he could, and he was controlling. Like, I worked 2 jobs and I couldn't have any friends. I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't do anything. I had to come right home after work. Literally, if I was 5 minutes late, he'd yell at me. Yes. Yeah. Yep. In that marriage, I felt small. Yep. All right. Snap, snap, snap. Here we go. Don't let anyone make you feel small. Because you're not small. All right. This is our butterfly. Everyone on here, lend your energy to the creation of our new earth. This is our beautiful past loved ones, always with us anytime we think of them. Forest Fairy drew this for us, and this is the dragon energy. This is our room. And the Pan energy, the angel, the Joker, the Mother Goose, the X's and O's, the Ankhs, and the magic. And Flo drew us this, Miss Steffi, and just a reminder that we're always, always protected. Okay. This is our rainbow butterflies, and Miss Kathy did that for us. How much time went into that? I can't even imagine. Beautiful. And we have created the new earth. We have created end suffering, make love the new foundation. And we have created a haven for children to be children and a new education system. We have created 3D detox centers for healing and for guidance. And we have created peace, love, joy, happiness, and safety. We have created no pollution and no poison. And we've created completely open pineal glands for all. And a world without violence. And this is a big old lucky hug for everyone in here creating. You all are loved and appreciated. And we have created everyone connected back with Earth Spirit energy and source. We have created free energy, free water, clean water, and abundance and prosperity to do what we desire. We have created reverse manipulated energy grids and no HARP and no CERN. We have created a healthy Mother Earth and higher oxygen levels and shelter for everyone and perfect health for everyone and no more taxes and cleanup of our soil and better care for our elderly, our animals, our children, and our vets. We started this on 9/8/22, and we continue here in the Butterfly Sanctuary every day at 10:11 a.m. EST weekdays. This is our healing chain. All these people have asked us to connect our energy with theirs so that they can heal themselves. So however you do that, with light language, with Reiki, with prayer, with Janessa crystals, with crystals, all of these are beautiful healing modalities to use. So I'm going to call in Archangel Raphael, have him connect his energy with all these beautiful people. And we are going to send them love, light, and healing now. All right. Thank you all for that. I know each and every one of those people appreciate that energy that we send them every day. Beautiful, healing, loving energy. And so it is. Yes, and so it is. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the Phoenix Journal. Let's see. This next chapter of the Phoenix Journal is called Mother Earth and the Ancients. It's called Mother Earth and the Ancients. Spotted Eagle rose and greeted God, after which he turned to the crowd and began to unfold his message. Standing atop Bear Butte, my eyes gazed out over the lands far below my vantage point. The wind blew in from the north, and all about me everything was in movement, along with my spirit. It was a very special time for me, for this was the time of my 7th vision quest. It had been a long and lonely journey this time for my spirit and me, for the pathway lay hidden, covered over by the failings of all those who came this way in more recent times. But so few are aware of the proper reasons. The grandfathers sang on this night, and the thunder of their drums rumbled across the darkened skies, eventually fading away far off into the distant universe. Suddenly, I was lifted. The beginning, it sounds like the start of a wonderful story, a story about America's favorite pastime, American Indians. And in particular, it sets the scene for what so many feel to be the ultimate experience, a vision quest, which somehow will bring knowledge. Really, we just talked about this. A vision quest, a magnet for those digging into the Indian world, the unexplained need of these searchers to experience this mystic act, or at best know all that there is to know about this ancient ritual, as if knowing about this thing will somehow change their lives and bring magical powers and much needed knowledge to their beings. But as you know, the vision quest is only one of the 7 sacred rites of the Lakota people. The vision quest, isn't that like, don't they take like, they smoke from a pipe or something and go on a vision quest? The vision quest is only one of the 7 sacred rites of the Lakota people. Okay. There are other rites that go to make us a whole and complete people, but that is for another time. What we are to talk about now is what came in the vision quest for one human being, and how that vision can now be shared with all the people. I am Little Crow, a Dakota Lakota, born in the year 1933. There's a 33. Making this birth the 198,000. Whoa. We just talked about this too. 198,000th incarnation of my spirit. 198,000 incarnations this person. Returning to this earth plane only to share an infinite message with all life forms at the proper time. Permission to do so came during the early morning hours of January 5th, 1987. To set the stage for this event were 22 strikes of lightning, ending at exactly 2:22. Ending at exactly 2:22 a.m. In this life, my spiritual number is a 22. And away we go. The sharing. I share with you now the following information as it has been given to me. Only remember over these many lifetimes. I do not feel the need to support any of this information with any other written data or readings, for the source of this information is the same for everyone. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Okay. Okay. This source, as we shall refer to it, has always been and will always be, with no beginning and no end. It extends out beyond itself and comes back to form the sacred circle, infinity. The message. We are travelers from unimagined regions of the universe, with homelands in many places. This planet and the surrounding ones are the most recent stopping off places in this current vibrational form. Once more, to act out the responsibilities of our selective realities, those being to accept who we are, no more, no less. Our ability to travel is determined by our faith and nothing more. For all the progress we've made on this place, we are still only able to move the physical properties of our being. It is sometimes hard to imagine our first journey to this place, this Mother Earth. I have come from the 7-star system to this place from Pleiades. To the many peoples of this planet, there has been offered hundreds of explanations of the who's, what's, where's, and the whys of God. Different religions have fought countless battles over whose truths should be accepted. Millions of souls have been forced into unnecessary vibrational changes in the name of God and conversions. Countries and lands have been stolen and destroyed in the name of God. Leaders, as they call themselves, have ranted and raved throughout our brief history on this planet, forcing into our human mindset a system of fear and guilt. This guilt being so strong that humans had to devise various ways of escape, all self-destructive and utterly confusing. Separation from the concept of God became the reality of the human being. Removal from center of the source of all things left mankind struggling and blinded by age-old analogies concerning God. Many came among the people, pulling them in separate groups, turning them one against the other, using the written word to convince them of their superiority of one over the other. Darkness reigns, and reigns yet. There are examples upon examples, and we could go on forever, seeing on the passing screen all that has occurred and the effect that these things have had upon the entire and related universe. The answer has always been simple and within our grasp, if only we were willing to take responsibilities of our creative spirits. You are of God, and God is of you. The existence of God is only possible by our own existence. The maximum power of God at any one time is only in direct ratio to the numbers who have accepted their responsibilities of living within this concept. There was no beginning and there is no end. We, God, have been and will be forever. We as humankind will exist in this vibrational form only as long as it takes for us to realize our responsibilities and our ultimate powers. There are no dimensions where any one object, thing, act, person, religion is better than any other. By this we mean that no one is more spiritual, more religious, more saved, less saved, more sinful, less sinful than anyone else. No one thing is more or less inclined to receive any greater reward than any other thing. Dimensions have only been a creation of mankind, and a pretty screwed one at that. What it has done is to serve as a fuel for the fires of ignorance, hatred, greed, destruction, and all of those wonderful things which we as human beings continue to hold up for our children to emulate. This has forced them to run faster and faster, all in pursuit of golden idols, running from God instead of towards God. We are all from the same source. We are that source. We are the God we seek. How can we not see the simplicity of this fact? We seek outside of ourselves what is within. No one is better or worse. We are the same, only in other forms. The time has now come to remove all of the stupid man-made barriers to the pathways of acceptance and balance. There were no dimensions created by God, only those we have created against ourselves. Wake up, dummies. We are related to each other. and everything that ever has been or that will ever be. It's not only in the spiritual connection of which we speak, but it also refers to our physical connections as well. This is to say that each and everything that we do affects everything else within the universe to the same degree. That things which occur in the universe affects our current vibrational forms. This, in simplest terms, means that we are responsible to everything else for each and everything that we think or do. This is surely similar to the overall responsibility that we mistakenly attempt to put upon the shoulders of the mythical man-made God that we have necessity in creating. Everything is your relative and your responsibility. That is all and nothing more. By the way, there are no greater rewards for anyone who comes to this conclusion, only discomfort and fitful nights of restless sleep. So put aside all of the self-indulging misconception that God created man to rule over anything or anyone. This has been one of the main stumbling blocks to our being able to remember just who and what we are. So stop preaching division. Nonsense. And let's get on with the business at hand. Our responsibilities as God to the rest of our relatives. We have brought the world and its relative, the entire universe, to the point of destruction, self-destruction. When the Big Bang goes down, it won't be because of the Russians, the Arabs, or anyone else. It will be because of our own selves, nothing more and nothing less. There are no outs, no scapegoats. There are no fall guys and no more saviors to die for us. Now it is down to just us, you and me, folks. We did it, and we have to clean it up, stop it, change it, or let it go as is. No one, and let me put this in earth terms, no one but no one is going to come down from anywhere and save our asses. No one's going to save us. We have to save ourselves. Our brothers and sisters from the far reaches of the universe have been watching us for some time now, and they are attempting to assist us in reaching some kind of balanced position from whence we can at last launch into some constructive and realistic efforts at resolvement. That is, if we let them do so. By now, we are so afraid of anything on our sophisticated but childish radar screens that we're ready to blow anything and everything out of the unfriendly skies. How dumb can we be? And how long do we intend to stay that way? Their advancements have been totally a result of their acceptance of the God self and its relationship to their own individual being. They are attempting to come among us and remind us of our responsibilities to the makeup of our own total selves. We are the universe, and we are about to self-destruct. They are not coming to preach to us in the manner or sense that we have been in the most recent past or present. This present dimension junk has done nothing but keep us blinded and confused as to our real purpose. It has served to turn us outward against all things that don't act, think, look, or worship like we do. We have wasted so much time buried in all this nonsense that we have totally lost sight of our spiritual reality. Is it any wonder that our prayers are not heard? We are too busy praying for ourselves to even be able to respond. We become selfish, rude, and worst of all, doubtful of our very beings. Is it any wonder that we haven't been able to remember anything of importance? It is time for all of us to come together in the reality of our beings and return the earth to the condition in which we found it. I give no consideration as to just when you got here. It remains your responsibility just as mine as it is mine. With great power comes great responsibility. What were the plans we had for handling all of the toxics and other things that we have created in the name of progress? We are clogging the roads and skies so badly that we're bumping into each other. Soon there will be no more room to fit even one more car, and yet we continue to turn them out. Please don't waste conversation on the economics of everything. Argument, it doesn't matter anymore. What does make a difference is our ability to get ourselves together and correct what we have done. We can if we want to. But it will call for all of us to come together and work out this dilemma. What does it call for, guys? It calls for unity. All colors of beings must accomplish this. It is the responsibility of all colors of beings. All mindsets of beings must come together and work together. And all of us must come together now. It will be just what we make it, not what we allow someone else to make it for us. No one can do it for you or for me. We are the ones that have to make the future a reality, not just an empty statement. The conclusion is there are no separation of beings. No one is going anywhere without the other. There are no better or worse beings, one to be shipped here and the other to go there. Get it out of your head and get down to the task at hand. We come from the same place, and to that place we shall in time return, but only after we have met our commitments and responsibilities and not before. Certainly not before anyone else, because we've been a better Catholic, Christian, pagan, or anything else that we care to utilize in an attempt to try and slide by. For the total time of our creation, we have always looked for the easy way out, for someone to come and do it for us. This time it won't work. It's up to us. It's our problem, and we have to resolve it. It doesn't have a thing to do with how good you've been or how bad, but rather if you are capable of seeing the reality of God. We started together, and together we will end. No one will finish before the other. So let's get to work and re-educate ourselves and our relatives. As the vision said, God will only exist when mankind accepts the fact that the spark within them is indeed the God self. I wish you will. Maybe this time we can get it done. For all my relations. Yup. That was downright and dirty and truth. Absolute truth. We need to unite. We need to speak. We need to tell the Republicans they're being idiots. The Democrats, you're being idiots. Let's not red or blue. Let's purple. Let's purple. It's time to unite. Stop the fighting. Stop the fighting. It does no one any good to fight. We're only hurting ourselves. Purple is the only way. Exactly. Purple is the color of royalty. Purple is the color of your crown chakra. Well, the only way we're going to do that is to show people love. Right? The only way we're going to do that is to show love. Because if we stay polarized, it's only going to get worse. Yeah. It is about evolving. Hello, Amy Lynn. Hello, darling. Yeah. Sylvia has a lot to say about that. Oh, yes. We do. We do, Chris. We do. We need to get rid of the two-party system, and we need to do councils. I think we need to have, 12, like the freaking universe is run with councils. We should have a council over the United States. We should have a council over each state in particular. I don't believe that one person should be president or king or whatever. I don't. And look what the universe says. We are family. We are family is playing. Get up, everybody, and sing. Yep. Yep. And if that's not going to happen, then we start forming our own communities. Right? We can do anything we put our minds to. We have some very powerful butterflies in here. Yep. Yep. We will rise. We will rise like the phoenixes. We will rise like the phoenixes. Because we are family. All right, guys. That's the end of class today. Lots to think about. If there's anyone that wants to come up and share, you're more than welcome. Come on up and share your thoughts. Love you. Here comes Christina.
I always have so much to say, and I'm like, all right.
I love it.
Do I go in?
I love that you do.
I just, first and foremost, just so grateful for our collective and how it's all coming into fruition for us. You know, little by slowly, we're moving forward, and to hold your power, hold your light, call it back in. Because even, you know, I am not perfect. It's progress, not perfection.
Somebody is.
Yeah,
exactly.
But I want to read something that Sylvia wrote.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
In regards to all of this, and basically what she's saying is that, you know, her timelines were not, you know, as she's coming in right now, she's like, you can't look at the numbers that she wrote down in here because they were inaccurate.
Right.
They're coming into fruition right now. So it says the year 2020 will mark the end of the U.S. presidency and the exclusive branch of government. Let's just say the American public will finally be fed up by then and leave it at that. She wanted to say more as she's coming in through me right now, but she knew at that time she couldn't to create fear, right? Because as we know, as mediums, we know more than the average person who is not tapped into their own personal energy yet and have figured out that they have the ability to do this. So what I love the most, and I'll skip to the part that makes me happy, like I feel truth in this. The legislative branch will essentially absorb the responsibility of the executive branch with a streamlined body of elected representatives, an equal number from each state forming a new legislature, which will be known simply as the Senate or whatever we choose to call it. The party system of Democrats and Republicans, independents will uncomplicate itself into liberals and conservatives, and they'll debate and vote on proposed bills and laws in nationally televised sessions. Requirements for Senate candidates will be stringent and continuously monitored. For example, senators will be prohibited from having any past or present salaried position with any company that has ever had or might ever have had any professional or contractual connection to federal, state, or local government. And each senator must submit to a random drug and alcohol test throughout his or her term. I couldn't agree about this more. We cannot have anybody in that steps forward that has any affiliation because they're already predisposed with that knowledge. And we don't want old. We want brand new. And so like I see the average Joes standing up. You know, they made a, you know, when I remember, you know, the average Joe Plumber, who stood up during one of the elections. And I just thought, this guy's got more integrity than the person that's standing up in the election. And so like, for me, I am at like, no more lobbyists, just no more government. We disassemble, or if they are smart people, they will walk away, step down peacefully, because they all know it's over. They know it's over, right? And so like, you know, it's just standing firm in your tower, being patient, and know that God is for us, period. Because if God is for us, there is nothing, no one that could be against us. And that's what gives me strength every solitary day. And the fact that, you know, there's 39 people in this room, and we are continually with one another every morning because we genuinely love one another and want to share light, love, knowledge, experiences, all of it, the whole kit and caboodle. That's all I got. I love you guys. Thank you so much for letting me share that. I just love you guys so much.
Yeah, that system right there. You see that system? Old Pharaoh in Egypt.
Yeah.
All that shit. That's done, baby. Stick a fork in it.
I just wanted to ask, the coin that Sarah gave you that you show, it says the Phoenix Project. What is the Phoenix Project? What is that coin that you show?
I have no idea, but it says free 1-day membership. Okay. I don't know. I have no idea.
I just wanted to see it
we
again.
Have to ask Sarah.
Look it up. Yeah, PMA.
Christina, this is for Bobby.
Here in California, when you go to a farmer's market and you are paying, that they give you like little wooden coins that look exactly like that, and depending on what foundation is giving the free food, because this is a free you know, food thing, like you need food, you go there on certain days of the week and they hand it out. But when you get in line, they hand you those little wooden coins. And I was just wondering if that was type of a something that she did where I can't even remember. I don't know. Out back east. Yeah.
I can't wait to see California, Jules. I can't wait to embrace like how that state is.
It's interesting.
Love you, hippie.
It's definitely a cool.
Later, hippie.
I think it's got so many different qualities, right? Like Tammy and I were just talking the other day. I'm 2 hours away from everything. I'm 2 hours from the ocean. I'm 2 hours from the mountains. I'm 2 hours from the snow. You know, kind of right here in the valley. It's very nice. I want to be a little up higher north in the mountains, or I don't know, maybe even going all the way to Oregon or Washington. But because I've lived here my whole life, but California absolutely has its slurry of beauty in every corner. Just like every state, I think, has its own beauty.
Really, this country is beautiful.
Like taking us to Egypt right now, and wherever you are, baby. What state are you in right now, honey?
I'm in North Carolina right now, but
okay.
But we got King Pharaoh here.
How long does it take you to put that thing together? Holy goodness!
Oh yeah. It's a doozy. But look at this one. This came right up on time. Runaway train. Exit now. See
I might
that?
put on one of those if I knew you put it together, but I
No
don't
shit.
Runaway train, exit now.
Wow.
I gotta leave. I see these dang signs every day.
Mm-hmm.
Run away from the cement fortress.
Whoop, whoop. We're on the crazy train. Whoop,
That's
whoop.
right. That's why I said that's for Bobby. I'm gonna make a video for Bobby here on Crazy Train.
Amy, you guys never come to Sebring? We have a fair that comes here.
There's Bobby.
I have been and played Sebring before.
You need to come back.
Sebring is a tough one, Opal. That fair board there, actually, Sebring's one of the very first fairs of this season. And it's in the
was
winter
here.
time. It's in the winter.
Ray Hoffers. Ray Hoffman. Ray
Hoffer.
Yeah.
Hoffer. Yeah, trust me, I've played Sebring before.
Oh.
That used to be the first one we'd come down to.
So let me ask you this. So your company, the one you work for, you guys, like, how do you get on the list to be able to come to the fair?
Okay,
at
now
that
look.
town.
This
How
is
neat.
different. This is rides, okay?
Oh, okay.
And just like in every single frickin' thing else, you have rides and you have games.
Yep.
Okay? And just like everything else, you have division right smack dab here in a carnival business. You got the ride jocks, you got the gamers, you got the food concessionaires, and you got the ticket box workers. All right, there's all sorts of division here. But all you gotta do is walk on the slot and say, hey, I'm looking for a job. And, you know, they'll put you on one of these. But if you want to get into a game, you know, most of us have been in the games for a long time. And actually, in all honesty, if you're not the owner of the ride, hold on, let me see this. If you're not the owner of the ride, then you, the money's in the games.
Right.
And they're just treated differently, you know? It's just
cattle, different.
Yeah, like cattle, dirt, yes. And here's the thing that's really, really hurting me, and I know you guys heard me say this, okay? You see how beautiful it is right now? Well, we don't open until 5 o'clock, okay? But every day for this week, at 5 o'clock when we open, it has rained us out. Now, you guys remember me telling you I hit my knees in front of my altar because I couldn't handle the pain of what I was seeing and how people were being treated and everything. So this guy's taking a bath here. He's taking a bath. He's having to get into his own pockets. Right after I said this to Mom and Dad, he had that ride right there that you see that's tore down. It broke down completely. It's no longer in working condition. And he had a truck blow up. I mean, he's had rain every day this week, you know, and I don't want to say, hey, Mom and Dad, put a hand on each shoulder, because I was really hurt. This is family, all right? When we, like what Opo's saying, people are going to start living in communities. Well, this is a community.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're all here. We all coexist together. We all move this show up and down the road, all right? And we're all family. And when I start seeing things happen to my family and treatment, you know, I have to speak out and stand up for the injustice that I see, because being who I am and my mission out here, if I do not, then I feel like, okay, I'm guilty. I'm guilty of just, you know, allowing something like this to go on. But I went, and immediately Mom and Dad said, do not worry. This will not go unanswered. And immediately it started happening. Immediately. And now when the show owner herself comes to you and asks you to do something on her midway to get rid of the juju, because she knows there's juju here, then that's pretty strong. Yeah. They come right up to me and said, can you do some type of ceremony or ritual or something to just get all of this out of here so we can at least get one good week out of this? We've been here for 3 weeks. The first week we were here, it was 100 degrees. Nobody came out. All last week, you know, it rained. All this week so far, it's rained. All it's supposed to do today, starting at 5 o'clock, is rain. So I'd like to get so I have money in my bank and in my safe, and I'm good, okay? So you can do what you want to do to bring this greedy man down a few, because another thing he's done is he's hired replacements. Okay, we got a bunch of Guatemalan men and one woman, and they're here now. And guess what he's doing? He's taking his family that I already have out here and using them to train the Guatemalans. Of course. And these guys don't even realize they're being replaced by the ones they're training. I'm like, no, man, that ain't cool, bro.
Yeah.
I actually overheard them talking yesterday about, I've never seen these guys work so much in my life. They actually running around here thinking they got jobs. I mean, I actually heard management say that yesterday. And Rick heard management say that yesterday too. And he's like, yeah, baby, they're doing exactly what we said. I don't think there's going to be a bunch of these guys left. They're just going to let them go. After busting their asses, working like slaves, they're just going to say, hey, we don't no longer need you. That's the problem with this business.
It's a sad reality, honey. It's every business.
I know,
I think that is. I think that's every business for sure.
You know, when money takes over, it's how business works.
Can't we all just start living without that greenback
industry.
fucking dollar? I just want to start living without the greenback fucking dollar. I want to have the first community.
Okay. Well, speaking of the greenback dollar, I do have to make an announcement. I'm not going to be able to do the reading today because for anyone who is planning on coming after Opal's class, because I'm working. I got called in for a double. So I've been doing doubles all week. This is my 4th double in a row. A girl at work is really sick. She's sick. That's okay. It's good money. It's good money. But
it's good money and you're stepping up, though. You're helping someone else out.
That's great.
Now
That's
look at
right.
you helping the company out.
So tomorrow after Opal's class, fingers crossed, everything will be good. I'll let you guys know at the end of Opal's class tomorrow, right? Of course. I love you all so much. But if you haven't made it, please do try to make it. It's a really good book, and there's some really, the last 2 chapters were amazing. Yeah. So I just, please come by, come say hi. Love you.
I love you guys. Listen, what I've been doing every day before coming out here to this reality, I've been doing a collective pull. And if you guys see me ping on, just come in for the reading and the cards, because I have no idea what's coming, just like you know. And lately it has been, for the last 2 days, the angel of strength has been showing up on my table. All right, and letting us all know we gotta stand, we gotta roar, we gotta step the warrior game up.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, and she's been popping up, and 2 days in a row she's popped up. I can't make this shit up. She's letting me know, Amy, you gotta get out there and roar like the lion that you are. You know, so I am, man. Don't even. I just can't wait to meet all of you guys. I have so much fun when we're all in the astral together, and I don't think you guys even know who I am when we're there.
Why does all 3 of our hair look the same? I had to turn my camera on because I'm woke up and tasseled. You're all woke up and tasseled. I'm like, dude, our hair looks the fucking same. I got to turn on the camera.
My hair is getting so white it looks like it's glowing. This is au natural.
Nice. Yeah, I got some natural in there too.
I'm just going with it because you know, I don't. I'm afraid to put anything in my hair. I'm afraid to eat, to drink certain things, to put things in my hair. I'm like, I don't want to touch any of it or do any of it anymore.
Yeah, none of
Transmute it, Christina.
You just gotta get rid of it because listen,
I also like au natural.
You do your tincture, you do your rituals, you got your crystal. Girl, you ain't gotta worry about no toxins sticking to you, okay?
No. Yeah, you're good.
It's people like me out here that are like got nothing but funnel cakes and corn dogs to frickin' eat that gotta try and find something to eat, okay? You got funnel cakes, cotton candy, and corn dogs. That's not a very healthy diet. I'm not eating them by no choice, but I mean, you know, that's me and Christina were talking about how much people eat the spun sugar, okay? Yeah. And we can spin honey. I was shown how to spin honey. And that's, you know, I want to get
honey this
reversed to where the kids are not eating pure sugar.
Yeah.
That we're making candy apples with honey. We got to figure out how to do that. We can't do caramel with honey. That's not gonna work. And you can't take caramel apples out of the freaking carnival business. That's just something that can't be
moderation is okay though, and like that's something that everything in moderation is okay. Like that's we've always known that. It's no secret, right? It's just knowing, right? It's just for me, I just choose to eat like this today because I have done so much damage to my body for so many years. And today it's time for me to take care of my vessel. Bobby's echoing it. Yeah. Bobby's echoing it. Sure. It was Bobby. But yeah, it's for me. And so like, I don't care what people do. Like, it's just knowing that it's moderation because, it is. A caramel apple sounds pretty good every now and then, or one of those ones with the red candy over it. Yum! Without candy the food dyes. Let's use.
I know how to make those. You want me to send you one? I'll send you one.
I don't have an address. I'm like you. I'm a wayward traveler today.
I can't send you nothing. I don't have an address either.
Yeah, I'm a wayward traveler from a different time and space today.
Or you could send it to 111 Angelic Highway in Heaven's Gate, Nebraska 68144.
I love it. I love it, Bobby. I love you so much.
So we're gonna do coffee and candles tonight. So we will see everybody later. And we love you. I hope you guys have the greatest day. If you
see me go on between 3:30 and 4, you guys come in and get the collective reading.
I'll try.
I got told yesterday when I was doing it, I gotta show up I gotta start showing up every day like Opal does. I mean, even though I show up every day out here.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, we're in the quickening.
Yeah, you do the best gifts. That is so cute. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
We're in the quickening right now, and everything's speeding up. So they want us to have our swords and our shields, and just get out here and. Here I am.
You're right, Wendy. Yeah. Yesterday was my Magdala's feast day, and then I celebrated by making curry. But
I love curry.
The Gnostics, and if I have to call myself something, I'm a Gnostic, because I believe that I am from that tribe, and my ancestors keep telling me that I am, so therefore I guess I am. So there you have it. I don't know shit about shit. I just do as I'm told today.
No, it comes to you. We all are just walking along and all of a sudden we get the pings. Those are very real.
7-Eleven.
Yes, it is very real.
Yeah.
I woke up today right when Opal was ending, class. It was just really crazy.
That's my birthday. Run Silent, Created to Heal. 7-Eleven is my freaking birthday, and I used to live at 117. So like the palindrome, right? I lived at 117, and I woke up. God's grace came upon me, and it lit me up like a Christmas tree on 7-Eleven. So boom, there it was.
Yep, and mine is 611. When I found out that the shot that was heard around the world was at 611, and I'm 611, and then Child of God sent me, it never clicked until Child of God sent me the message, about Ephesians, 6:11, put on your armor of God every day and take a stance against the devil's schemes. I'm like, I've been doing that. And they told me I was born for this when they sent me back. But literally, I was born for this. 6:11 Ephesians, that's what I do every day. And I was born for that. And I'm just like, so when all of that confirmation came in, oh my God, it took me 3 days to decipher all of that. I'm like, you weren't playing when you told me I was a warrior. You weren't playing when you gave me this sword. You weren't playing when you told me I'm going around collecting as many as I can and planting seeds and doing everything for you. I said, you really literally told me when you sent me back, Amy Lynn, you were sealed on the forehead at birth. They knew who you were when you came out of your mother's womb. I'm like, you were not joking when you said that to me. And I'm like, wow. You
So
know,
like my password has always been Matthew 6, right? And it was because I got my first gateway computer when my son Matthew was 6 years old. So I'm like, make it easy. It's Matthew 6, right? So I'm prompted to open up Matthew 6 in the Bible. And what's it say? Help the needy. I'm like, I've been told for the longest time I just didn't have eyes to see and ears to hear. So today I see what my mission is and what my purpose is. And it gives me hope and it gives me strength and it makes me not, I have my moments, but you know what? Today is a fucking great day to have a great day. And that's what I'm going to have, make it. And I'd step into my power. Like I walked into that crystal shop with authority. And I was like, I'm looking for a job. I'm a medium. And first the guy was like, what to say?
You walked right in and said, I'm looking for a job. I'm a medium.
Yes. I was sent to this location by somebody that I know. And so then I ended up I have 2 leads to go look at mystic shops that may have something to offer, but I want to walk into this power and share it. And share it for the sake of humanity and be that bridge to have people meet themselves, whatever that looks like for them. Because this is not about me, it's about them and helping them. And this is the way I want to do it. This is my modality. This is my way. And so I'm just grateful. And I'm grateful because my strength comes from all of you. I stay in the middle of the herd because I can't fall out of the middle. I won't get picked off. So I always stay in the middle of all of you as a collective. And I love that.
Oh, you guys are talking about my avocados and pineapples?
Yeah, I want an avocado.
Take a list, get them together. I'll get you all one. I can send everybody an avocado and a pineapple.
Oh my god, I totally want one.
Just send me an address in my DM. I'll get you.
Are they
one.
like squishy ones? Because they look kind of big.
They're soft.
Yeah,
very, very, very soft.
Okay, it's like a medium size.
Oh yeah, they're like squishies. Yeah, they're soft on the inside. But look at this one. Look at this one, Jules. You can have a pillow.
That's what I'm talking about. That one, avocado right there.
And Christina.
Oh, mushrooms.
We have the mushrooms.
Oh, I'm just kidding. That was a joke. I kind of like that green one too.
But I don't like these guys. These guys right here, I don't like them.
Are those five-day at Freddy ones or something?
These are this is called catnip, and every child in the world loves this thing. And they're they eat the huggy wuggies.
Some of those shows are so weird. Yeah,
I don't like that thing, and people are letting their kids watch that show. And just,
is that a sock monkey too?
Where? Oh no, it's a big monkey with arms though.
Oh, those are cute.
Rainbow colored.
We have lame gifts around here in this carnival.
Oh, he's got nice. we got nice. This guy does have nice stock.
Like those are cuter than the ones we got here.
Listen, what Christina's saying. Okay, so I'll bust out with the cards here with the family here. We have what's called a commissary, so where we all sit and drink coffee and fellowship with each other and everything. And I'll bust out with the cards every now and then and bring, something to people's level. And I pulled out, one of the guys says to me the other day, Amy, I'm ready for your card now. And I'm like, okay. And everybody that was around said, Amy's very strong. Are you sure you're ready for a card from her? Because it's really in your face. And he's like, yeah. And so I did. And he pulled the magician card in the mirror, man. And I told him, I said, it's up to you to have the transition within you, man.
Those are pretty cards.
I got people quitting drugs around me. All right. I mean, Rick in Austin and me are being like an inspiration to those who are out here still spinning out of control. Those are beautiful, Christina.
They really are pretty.
Yeah, they are.
Betty sent them. Betty sent them to me.
Betty's got good runs.
Yeah, I just.
Oh yeah, Betty,
Bobby
those
had
are
them for a
beautiful.
while.
I want sparkly cards. I need them sparkly, shiny cards. I'm gonna
This one is-
cry.
This one's a good one. Look at life from a different perspective. I
Yep,
love
I
this
do it
card.
every day.
Look at life from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Let go of the old, let in the new, and don't fear it. Don't fear it. Don't fear it. Don't fear it.
Hey, we all live in
Because this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna be 10 cups.
Yes.
Whoop whoop. I love these cards. Look
10
at
of
what's
cups.
happening.
Those are
10 of cups. We're filling them up. And we're gonna have a big freaking party at some point, and we're all
Wait a minute,
gonna
hold on. You guys got this. I got the clarity. I got to back that up. Oh,
I
what
can't
a
make this
feeling.
shit up.
We'll be
Dance
dancing
party.
on the ceiling. You guys got to be a member
yeah,
of the
the
club
Ace of Wands.
scene.
I
We're
can't.
members of the club scene. We're having a dance party.
Those are all really good ones. We got a good day coming.
I'm just saying today's a great day to have a great day. The cards are saying it too. Hallelujah.
100%, yeah.
Absolutely.
Get ready for the big cliffhanger finale.
Yeah, get ready. Get ready.
Yep.
I have been told that from beyond.
Yep.
Is get
I have
ready.
too.
And do not polarize yourself, because if you do, you're only going to hurt yourself if you polarize yourself.
Well, I ain't polarizing myself. I already know it's done. It's over. Game over, but game on. All right? That's what they keep telling me. Game
Yeah.
over, but game on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So my Matthew that's been with me for a long time is 7-7. You guys know that. And 7-7, Matthew 7-7 is ask, and it shall be given you.
Yes, ask and you shall receive.
You shall receive. Yep. Exactly.
I just love Matthew. Not to
And
mention
the cards that I pulled yesterday, the cards that I pulled yesterday were don't. Everything that answered prayers was the last card that showed up yesterday. Answered
Anita,
prayers.
we are going to build a
everything
community.
that we have asked for has already been given, and we just have to sit in that knowing.
Yeah. I absolutely believe that, Anita. We are going to build a community, and we're the way showers. And people are
I
already
believe that too.
They're already starting. Like, there's people out there that are starting. That, there's this young man on TikTok that I see who has land, and he's asking people to come for free. And I love that, because he gets the message. There's no exchange. Like, people were asking, so you're not asking for rent? And he's like, no. And so just come, because we can build it. If you build it, they will come. And then it'll all come together.
Yep.
My goal right now is to get really good at beekeeping and learning about honey and bees, and just continue on my quest and just continue on my quest, because when we talk about gold, honey is the real gold, and we know what it signifies. And for me, and I was so confused in the beginning of gold, gold. It's actually, for me, it's honey. Honey is my gold. And
Algorithm.
I'll send a link the next time I see him, Trina. He's out in Texas, West Texas. But he's beautiful, and there's nothing out there. There's no electric. So if you're planning on going, know that it's going to be basic, unless you have a generator, unless you have the necessary things that you need for whatever amenities that you need. Then there's still 70 acres here. They take 650,000. That's still a lot. 650,000 for 70 acres. There were 60 acres in Maine that they only wanted 90,000. 650K, that's ridiculous.
I'm going to be buying land, I'm pretty sure, in South Carolina, and I can get it for 20 grand.
There's free land here in Nebraska. You just have to be the right it's in this there. I'm doing the research. I am just doing the research. And then I have somebody that I know that knows how to write grants. And so I'm just going to keep trudging this road of happy destiny, knowing that there will be a place, because Bobby and I know that we want this to be our hub. We know that this is where we want to be, at the center of the country. And when we think of Council Bluffs, it was the place where all the indigenous, all of the tribes met. They came from north, south, east, and west, because it was in the middle. Right, central location to the country. And so, like, it makes sense to me. Like, did I ever see myself living in Omaha, Nebraska? Heck no. I was like, only thing I knew about Omaha was the steaks. That's it.
It made that good.
Yeah.
They've been playing it all night.
All right, guys, let's do a last song. It's coming up. It's Birds. It just come up. That's crazy. That's our song.
Have a beautiful day, everybody.
Yes, have a
Love
beautiful
you
day.
guys. Have an amazing day.
One down.
Mm-hmm.
Open the blood, we with the flood, we with the body. And two lives, one life. Sticking it out, letting you down, making it right. Seasons they will change, life will make you go. Change will make you cry, cry, cry. Everything is temporary, everything will slide. Love will never die, die. I know that birds fly in different directions. I hope to see you again. Sunsets, sunrises, living the dream, watching the leaves changing the seasons. Some nights I think of you, reliving the past, wishing it lasts, wishing it dreaming. Seasons they will change.
Love you too, Christine.
Death can make you hard, hard.
That's what I heard.
Everything will stop.
Yep, April. Love you too, child of God.
To see you again.
Aw, thank you, Christine Bombshell.
When the moon is looking down.
Hi, how are you? Where's your birds coming? There's the robin.
I'm flying up to let you see.
There's your birds, Opal.
The shadow
Look at the
Yep.
robins.
Ah.
I know that birds fly in different directions. I hope to see you again.
See what they did? They let me know this was here.
Yep.
And I do it all day long. They guide me right to where the trash is. I'm really, right now, I pick up on Mother everywhere I go. I have a garbage bag in the truck everywhere I go, because I can't. It's stronger than me. I have to pick it up.
I have to. It's like
Yep.
something that's my duty. Like on my path. If it's on my path,
Yeah,
I have
absolutely.
to pick it up. I mean, it is
We're all the
Mother.
same.
I'm the same way.
Yep,
Yeah.
I have to
We're all
pick
the
it
same
up.
way.
I love you guys. You have an
I love you guys
amazing
too.
day.
Have a beautiful day. Namaste. My soul knows your soul, and I love you, angels.
We love you
Spirit,
too,
much
Emma.
brighter.
We love all of you.
Ciao, 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 ciao.
Ciao, Bella.
Ciao, bellezza. Mwah.